With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Steamers of Brooklyn. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys knocked out the 3 seed a week ago and looking to keep things rolling here in the divisional round. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On the sneak, it's Nix. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this one is right through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
39-yard line.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. Yards that time at another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7.
Second down and 3.
Second and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steamers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
I should probably stop that head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chip. I be on my little mouse drip.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 79 Bronco, Mustang 19.
Here's Penix. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And looking to throw, Penix. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackles.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback in just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Penix to the air once more. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kyle Pitts from 4 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver's offense now set to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Throwing Nix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Just not a particularly confident throw there. It had a lot of air under it.
And the fact that it's thrown out toward the sideline, the ball seemed to hang up there forever. That's one that you go to bed dreaming about as a defender because that's about as easy as they come.
And now back out comes the offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
To the air, Penix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Penix working out of the gun here. This one into the hands of Pitts. They get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nix to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Give up the middle, Scatterby. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Zone read here. It's Scatterby with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Nix from the shotgun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. To throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll throw with Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Penix. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A play fake. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Bronco switch. Bronco smash.
They'll try to run this one in. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1.
19 Tiger. Check, Panther.
They'll try to run this one in. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout.
He was taken down.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gain of 11. And the Broncos first down.
A final shot before break. Nix. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We roll on here on this divisional round Sunday. 2 more final scores to get to, and then we'll know the AFC-NFC title game matchups. But first, let's look back at Saturday's action. Our trip around the NFL.
That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And he is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
First down. Here's Scatterby to about the 48-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now it's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the air with Nix. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively, because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is... Sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 11.
They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there on third down. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Here's Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 16. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Let's go now. 19.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Trap 60, trap 60.
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And quickly they get to the line.
And leads to third down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Get up.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter, with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Throwing Nix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60, Panther. Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
To the air, Penix.
And it's caught. Touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steamers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy. Pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. It's caught by Bryant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window, fire a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there, and a Denver first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Broncos.
An inside run to Scatterberg. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So first and 10 now from the 30.
16 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That is caught left side by Bryant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Nix to the air. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Number 85. That's a gain 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steamers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. 12 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Ready? 70 Lion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.